Now we get to the outskirts of Dhaka. We are not in communication with anyone in the Indian Army. We are not in radio touch with anyone. We can't speak to anyone somehow. Out of range, this, that, and the other. We get to a place called Mirpur Bridge, which is outskirts of Dhaka. And we dug in. We said, we can see Dhaka in front. On the radio, we are hearing announcements from Manik Shaw to say, surrender. I ask you all to surrender. We'll be given Geneva Convention treatment. We'll look after you. Why do you want to give your lives? Please surrender. Not once, not twice. He repeated it about 6 times. You know?
Yeah.
I'm asking you to surrender. My brigade commander was a chap called Brigadier Clare. He's also a Sardarji. And my GOC was General Nagra.
Huh.
Very fine man.
Yes.
So Nagra said, why don't we send a patrol to the bridge to see if there's anyone there? We sent a patrol. We found the bridge abandoned. Pakistanis had left and gone back to Dhaka. There was a telephone there. So one of those telephones you revolve like this. So the reply came from the other end. Headquarter Eastern Command here. Headquarter Eastern Command means Headquarter Eastern Command, Dhaka, not India.
Yeah, sure.
Brigadier Clare said, can we speak to General Niazi, please? Who's calling? He said, we're from the Indian Army. General Gandharv Nagra would like to speak to him. Now, Gandharv Nagra and Niazi had been in college together in Lahore. Old friends. So, Niazi came onto the phone and he said, hello. He said, Abdullah, he's Abdullah Niazi, AAK Niazi. Abdullah, this is Gandharv here. Gandharv, where are you? He said, I'm at Mirpur Bridge. We are waiting to come in. We are hearing Manik Shaw's request for you to all surrender, but we are not receiving any reply. We are not in touch with anyone. He says, I have already given orders to my troops to move into the barracks and to be ready to surrender. We are ready to surrender, but we don't know how to inform India and the Indian Army that we are ready to surrender. I don't know how to respond to Manik Shaw's speeches. So Gandharv said, well, we are here. So he said, what I'll do is I'm sending General Jamshed in a car. About 20 or 30 of you come in. I'll send you 6 cars. We'll meet in the operations room and we'll discuss here. So these 6 cars arrived with a flag flying.
Which flag flying?
That General Jamshed's.
But this could be a trap.
Could be a trap. But then at that time, soldiers take a chance, isn't it? Could be a trap. Okay. But we said we will take this risk. So we got into these cars. Because by that time...
Have you called back command headquarters?
Well,
you haven't. You take the decision there.
We took the decision. General Nagra took the decision. We're driving in with General Jamshed, asking the driver, what is that? He says, the university. And what is that? That's the race course. So we get into Headquarter Eastern Command. And a young officer comes out, maybe staff officer to Niazi. He says, General Niazi is in the office. So Gandharv Nagra and Brigadier Clare walk in. I'm just along with them, embrace each other. He says, hello Gandharv. He says, hello Abdullah, how are you?
Unbelievable.
How are you? So he says, hum to surrender karne ko taiyar hain. We have lost the battle. I've ordered the troops into barracks. They're all in barracks. But I don't know how to inform you all. He said, we'll come to your headquarters and we'll continue trying to get in touch with India.
What's his body language like, General Niazi? Is he looking dejected, depressed? He's a general who's lost a war.
Because they were expecting the 7th Fleet to come. They were expecting help from Pakistan. Dejected. He was feeling let down that West Pakistan has let them down.
What was his, you're saying he got up and hugged?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
Old schoolboy friendship, really. Then we got in.
Was he armed?
He had his revolver.
He had his revolver.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were all armed.
Okay.
Somehow or the other, from his office, through one of our channels, we managed to get through to Shillong. Passed a message there to General Jacob, Chief of Staff, to say, we are already in Dhaka, we are sitting in Niazi's office. He is ready to surrender. But he doesn't know how to inform you, and we are not in touch with anyone either. So he said, let me tell the army commander. So he spoke to General Aurora, and they said, Jacob said, I'm coming down by helicopter. I land there, and then set up a meeting between General Niazi and me.
But General Aurora also came.
No.
For the surrender?
No, no. Surrender hasn't taken place yet.
Hasn't yet, yeah.
So, set up a meeting for Jacob and
General Niazi.
And Niazi. So the two of them sat in the office and they had a powwow. And he said, we are ready to surrender. So he said, then I'll ask my army commander to come down, and then between you and the army commander, you sign the documents of surrender. So it was decided that 4:30 surrender ceremony will take place at the race course in Dhaka. All the 90,000 troops there will parade. General Niazi will hand over his revolver to General Aurora. The troops will put their weapons down and surrender. And then the surrender ceremony will take place, for which General Aurora arrived for the surrender ceremony. General Aurora, General Jacob, the naval gentleman, army, they signed the surrender. I was there. And then...
You were there when the surrender thing?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, okay.
We were all there with Niazi and all at that time. Then...
What was the mood in the troops who have to put down there?
Very sad and dejected. But what can you do? Some are victors and some are vanquished.